Do I still have some compiler errors? I do. Okay, so this is going to be collider size. Fish data. New fish data equals new. I should probably pass that in actually. That would make way more sense. But okay. And then say 1, 2, 3 current. And here we'll do this current fish data and new. Cool. Then here I'll pass in this update size. That's going to be fish data, new fish data. Okay. Here we'll say new fish data, collider size. That's so sloppy. Then we'll say mouth. What? Right mouth collider transform dot local position equals new fish data mouth position right mouth collider dot transform dot local scale equals new fish data dot mouth size. Rename. Then we'll say left mouth collider dot transform dot local position equals new fish data dot mouth position vector 2 dot left. That should flip it. It'll be times -1. Oh, but if it's 0, it'll be 0. Never mind. That'll work. So I'll just have to do this and then flip it and say left mouth collider dot transform dot local position dot x equals negative left mouth collider dot transform dot local position dot x. So that it flips. Oh, it's gonna make me do that. Super cool. New vector 3 negative dot x probably better that way anyway. And then local scale is going to be the same equals new fish data dot mouth scale. And let's not make that nemu. Okay. This is like crazy. Okay. Got a lot more complicated, but passing a lot of information. So scale routine is going to be, let's close this. We are not going to use this outside of this. Not that it matters. I just don't want to see it. Oh, what am I doing? Protected. Protected class. And why is that fish data? Fish data, fish data. Yep, fish data. What's wrong here? Oh, because I did that. Just move it back. Doesn't matter. Just put in the same namespace. Anyway, scale routine, fish data. New fish data. Okay. So we could say var right mouth scale equals right. What? Huh? Wait, what did I do before? That's the current scale. And then var left mouth scale equals left mouth collider dot transform dot local scale. We're also going to do the far right mouth position equals right mouth collider dot transform dot local position. And then we'll do far left mouth position equals left mouth collider dot transform dot local position. Ooh. And then here we're gonna say this. Okay. And we're also gonna change far mouth scale equals vector2 dot lerp mouth right mouth scale right mouth scale, and then fish data dot mouth. Oh boy, new fish data dot mouth scale, curved scale. Boy. So then we'll say right mouth collider dot transform dot local scale equals mouth scale left mouth collider dot transform dot local scale equals mouth scale. And then we'll say right mouth we'll say right mouth collider dot transform dot position equals new. Oh, we can do it there. Copy it from the other one. Okay. So left mouth collider, new position, negative E. Oh. We need to do the position. So we got that. We'll say var mouth position equals vector2 dot lerp right mouth position new fish data dot right mouth position curved scale. This bananas. So then here we'll say mouth position, local. This needs to be local position. Local position. And then this will be it's going to be mouth position, negative mouth position. That should do it. What is this error I have up here? Probably at the very top. Okay. Um, fish data equals new fish data dot fish data dot mouth position equals small mouth position small fish data dot mouth scale equals mouth scale small or size small fish data dot collider size equals small fish data dot collider offset equals collider offset small. I'm gonna pass in fish data. Oh boy, that was super cool. How long was that? 30 minutes? 20 or 30 minutes of fish data. And let's see if it correctly updates the size of everything. Okay. Let's check the mouth. Yep, that's right. Wait, what's going on here? Too small. Oh. Okay. I am somehow, I don't know how this is possible. Maybe it's because of this bananas offset I got going on. And when I flip this thing, why do I have a crazy, I must have got that switched or something. It should have been like this, and it should have been like that. And when I flip this, flip X. All right. Okay. How did I get all these crazy offsets? At least that one's super off. Offset, 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 offset. Okay. Dude, what is going on? It should be like that, and it should be capsule. Okay. It should be like this, and it should be like that. So let's do 1.2 and 0.66. I might have just accidentally pasted them. Okay. Dude, still. Oh, is it 0.66? Oh, it's. Let's do 0.5. Wow, I don't know. I must have gotten these switched at some point. So let's say 1.3, 0.65, 1.5. I don't know. I'm guessing on these. 1.8, like 2 and 1. I don't know, something like that. Okay. Okay, that's feeling better. I actually can't tell. Let's check out the mouth. Yeah, check out the size. Okay, I don't know what size it is right now, but it's definitely not the, definitely could be longer. Let's do 1.8 for whatever that is. I have no idea what scale it is right now. I guess I could look at it. 0.65. That's going to be large. Okay. Sync. Okay. All right. Well, that is in there, and that is starting to feel good. I did notice that the food and everything has the wrong color. Not that it's super important yet, but is important. Select, open, sprite. Okay, nice. And circle. Okay. Now everything's the right color. And it feels all right actually. I mean these things are in the wrong place. They don't feel right. It should be more like a zigzag or something. Let's see it. Derp, 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 derp. Should be kind of like a click away. Yeah. Okay. Should be maybe a little bit more elegant than that. Something like that. So you could kind of swim. Yeah. That's a little bit too soon. Go like that. I feel like one of those bouncy things should be up here, actually. Let's do this. I don't know what this is. This is just gonna be, let's just call it a flower pod for now. Prefab. Okay. And then we're gonna drag this guy back into the scene to like that. And that may be a little bit tricky, but You know what? I feel like you should kind of get bigger. Like do 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 do. Okay, I'm gonna do that. You're gonna get slightly bigger than you'll end up being just for a moment on this curve. Let's do this. Put it like that should make it a lot more clear that you're getting bigger. Hmm. Ugh, it's just a weird. Hmm. Got to be some kind of way to know that you're actually doing damage to it. So maybe it's like a sound. Maybe if you're doing damage, there's actually like a little kind of spark effect or something that kind of bounces off of it to show. That's getting into art again, but um, I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, that feels good. So I think now I probably should do the subtle kind of purlin thing. I already know I'm gonna need a script for each person. What did I call those? Wave affected and wave pool. All right. How about a script? Where's that? Model behavior. Wave affected. Yep. You drink some water. Oh, it's 3. And I have not eaten. And then we'll do wave pool. Okay. Back. And wave affected. Cool. Um. Okay. We are going to for each one. We're going to find everything that's wave affected, and then we're going to use its position to apply force to it. And then here we'll say public void. Well, I should say, yeah, force. Just say float for vector 2. Vector 2 force this frame, and then public add force vector 2 force. Then we'll say force this frame equals force. Okay. Then in fixed update, this will say, oh, I need to do add awake. Oh boy, awake rigid body 2D or B. This is definitely going to RB equals get component rigid body 2D. Require component type of rigid body 2D. And then on fixed update, we'll say rigid body dot add force this frame. Okay, now in wave pool on start, we are going to want to find all, which will be an array of wave affected. Affected array. Then on start we'll say affected array equals game object dot find find type any object. Forgot how to find wave affected. That returns a game object though, and I don't any objects. Find objects of type. Dude, what is it? Find objects by type. Cool. Dude. Returns objects? Am I crazy? Unity get all components type and scene. Dude, really? Like it's gonna get them all. Okay. Isn't that what I did? Wave affected? Hold on. Dude, this is okay. It gave me some deprecated code again in the AI. Why don't I remember the correct? The fact that I have to still move them, the fact that I have to get them all far array, the fact that I have to do this is a little bit silly. Like, can I not get, I just want to get all the game object dot find objects find game objects of type. Dude, it's like by type. Come on. What is wrong still? I need a method. What do you mean takes 0 arguments? What am I missing? Is it supposed to be like wave affected? It's not like that. What is going on? Wait. I'm so annoyed. Why? Okay. just need, yeah, find objects of type. Dude, what is going on? Why does that keep popping up? Isn't this in the new? This is Unity 6. Okay. Uh, this does not. Okay. It's obsolete. Use find objects by type. Okay. It gets you just a list of these expected text mesh objects. Text mesh count. I I want to get. I have to do that now. I don't know if that's like more performant. Why do they do that? Good lord. And what's this gonna be? Oh, it does return. Oh, okay. So let's do this in affected array. Cool. And then we can say for each object in affected array length. We got to get its position in the purlin, I guess. So we'll say, I actually forget what class the purlin noise is in. I think it's just unity.mathf.purlin, right? Generate. I'll probably just do 1D and scale. Yeah, that's about right. That's actually pretty much what I'm trying to do. So here we'll say for affected array length, purlin times height times yep times scale. Position plus height. I feel like everything should be based on, not on, well, time scale. I'm just gonna try this and say times affected array dot I dot transform dot position x, because I want it to be based on where you are in the world, but also with time. So height scale, x scale, okay. Position, so then we'll say, no, I'm not actually adding, I'm gonna add force. So it'll be height. We'll say var force equals new vector 2. Oh, I should not include. Okay, let me copy this. let's call this V force, and here we'll say X force and V force. Okay, and then we'll say affected array I add force, and there's no V force yet, or X force. Let's just call it H. Let's call it X force. Sure, just so I don't have to redo that. Cool. Don't want to do height. We'll do height scale. Let's just do Perlin X scale. And then this will be height scale plus X scale. Maybe let's just try that. And let's do this in late update. Let's try that. It's not on anything. So let me on the player. Affected, wave affected. And let's call this wave pool. Wave pool. Let's make these public. Okay. Okay. This is probably going to be bananas. I bet I have to change this a lot. Hmm. I should probably actually not require the like this. Man. Some things like I want those little food to move, but I also don't want them to be using rigid, but they could go anywhere. And I feel like this should not be, and this should be a virtual void. And this should be public virtual void apply force this frame. Okay, and this will be this, and then we'll say apply force this frame. Okay, so then I can make a new class of this that does not use rigid body. So on wave affected position offset. Yep. So then here we will do wave affected, and then we will public override apply force this frame, and instead on start we will get its position vector 3 vector 2 start position equals transform dot position, and Should probably interpolate in between. And we'll say vector 2 dot target position, and we'll do target position equals start position plus new vector plus force this frame. I don't have those as protected. Okay. Force this frame. I should scale that. Serialized field, float scale, force scale equals 3. I don't know. Times force scale. I have a feeling all of these are. That's the target position. And then I'll say transform dot position equals vector 2 dot lerp dot slurp. There isn't one. Vector 3 dot slurp. There we go. Transform dot position target position. Let's just say 5 times time dot. Okay. Oh, fixed delta time. It might not run at all if there's no physics on it. So we'll do, yeah, that's gonna update. No, actually that should be delta time. Oh boy. Virtual void. We're gonna override that. I can't do it. Right. Protected. Virtual fixed. Okay, and then over here, I'm just gonna override it. I'm gonna say public override fixed. What? Public override void. Void fixed. Fixed update. And I'm just gonna. Dude, I can't override this? Protected. And then I'm gonna run this in update. Apply force. Apply force. And it's gonna be delta time. Okay, that should be fine. Let's put these on my flower pod. Select, open, wave effector position offset. Let's just hit play and see what that looks like. Wow. Force scale, let's just do. Huh. I should, on that, I should have a, I have force scale, but I also don't have, serialize, float smooth. smooth speed equals 2. Okay. Oh, I should take the value and divide it in half. So I can say the target position is going to be force this frame minus force this frame divided by 2. I think I could probably end up getting, if force this frame is 0. Oh, our force offset equals force this frame equal to God, force offset x equals force this frame offset dot x force this frame dot x equal to 0 and 0 else it's going to be force this frame dot x divided by 2 it's going to be force this frame dot x minus itself divided in half. Wait, so if it's 5, I want it to be force this frame minus itself. So if it's 5, I want to divide that in half. I want it to be able to go. It's just always going to be in the middle, actually. How can I do this? So that it's always, I could do 0.5. I could just do minus 0.5 and it would always, wait. Let's do this. Purlint's always going to be a number between 0 and 1. The target position, we'll say force this frame. If force this frame dot x is greater than 0.5, float x force 0. If it's greater than 0.5, then it will be force this frame dot x minus 0.5 x force equals else. Otherwise, x force is going to be, if it's less than that, then we're going to go do I want to, it's going to be negative. Negative, it'll be equals negative force this frame. Plus 0.5 plus 0.5. So then if it's I think that's right. Okay. We're going to say new vector 2 x force this frame dot y scale. I think that's right. Let's see, because right now it's just constantly moving to the right only. Oh yeah, it's been almost another hour. Let's make this thing chill. Smooth speed. Let's scale that a little bit. The height is doing the same thing. I should also do that. Forces frame, wave affected. Interesting. I don't have right scaling that. I could do it here though. Serialized field, float, V force scale equals 3. And then we could do that. Forces frame times V force scale. Okay, well, whatever. It's gonna be quite a bit. Probably shouldn't scale them. Multiply. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Smooth. That actually feels okay. Copy. Let's go check it out. It's a little bit bumpy. Not really moving. Okay, I need to change that. We shouldn't be multiplying this times. We're gonna do this. And yeah. For scale, let's change this to okay. Feels good. These component values. Okay, I'm going to copy this. And on all of these, on the food, select open, paste component as new. That I think is going to work pretty good. Let's see. And then I need to stop this video because it's long. Okay. Okay. I mean, those actually, I mean, besides this one going into the wall, I just got to be a little bit. I could probably also just change this wave pool thing to be so that the height scale is much smaller. Let's go 0.4 and the X scale is a little bit bigger. Actually, let's go 0.4 and 2. Okay, all right. I'm realizing a problem and it's happening in the wave pool. I shouldn't be doing it to I shouldn't be doing it on all the scripts. Anyway, let me stop this for now.